All right. So talking about your website, and like I said, one of the first things that we talked about a little bit off camera was how when they come to your website, one of the things that you want to have there is that what it does, and not
Right.
just what it does in general, but what it does for the person. So then they go, oh, so morph images, you can even say using your wording there, right? Modeling, acting, community growth. We help you, and then get into that narrative. We help you create your modeling, acting, community, and growth dreams come true or something, right? Now somebody goes, oh, that's what I want. Then have a button that they can find instead of the light box that shows up. Maybe have a button to get free information. And here's something that's really working well is if you can get people on that jump on the site into an email list quickly
Yep.
by taking a quiz. Hey, take your modeling something quiz, right? Do you have what it takes quiz? So people take those things because they want to know. Everybody believes that they have the, pretty enough face, enough talent, but then now what you're doing is driving them into that opportunity. Find out if you have. Get our free checklist. Checklist plays well. What does that take? Fiverr, somebody for $10 do a checklist for you, and then you can now have that email address that you can start sending anybody that comes to the site information, how to get more into it, right? And then they go, okay, great. Then they get back to the site and they check out the things that you have here, right? So next thing up is events. And then they have a chance to view these things. That's the first thing I did is I went to view because I wanted to see what these events were about
Hmm.
because I'm still trying to understand it, right? So that's pretty good, right? Events, view events. So you go over to events, and then I see there's a YouTube channel. So I see that a little bit, right? A PDF, I don't know what that is. Click to register. So kind of, this becomes, I noticed that it didn't have a lot of SEO stuff going on, right? When I put it on my keyword research, I didn't see a lot of keywords. I think like 5 of them or something like came up. So you want to ask yourself, if somebody was looking for modeling opportunities, modeling careers, something like that, it's not keyworded in some of your narrative enough so that if somebody is looking for that, that they would land on your page. That's going to drive you some organic traffic. That makes sense?
Hmm.
Okay, so you want to start doing a little bit of this. I got this on record too, so we'll be able to grab this. So now then when they get into the YouTube channel and stuff like that, give them a really good call to action, right? Like you said, you got your privacy policy terms and something else right here. Subscribe, right? I'm not going to subscribe if you just ask me to subscribe because I don't know if I'm interested yet. So get me more interested in just some wording change, to get your free such and such, subscribe here. To see if your child is what directors are looking for, to get, I mean, something like that, right? Something that says, find out the top things that directors are looking for in headshots. Something that you can go and you can leverage out, get somebody to do a little boom, boom, boom. But then that's also another opportunity for them to, guess what? Get you their email address so you can follow up with them.
Hmm.
And you don't even have to, you can automate all that too, right? You use a when you whoever your email service provider is, you can do that in automation. You see my point? So little narrative things. So okay, I'm gonna go around here. I'm gonna check out some more stuff. Shop. So about us. So about us then is that also a good chance to put some keyword rich things in that would entice people. You want them hungry. By the time they read this about us, they say, you know what? It ain't about them, it's about us. So, and I had to take more time to get more specific in this. But when you start seeing, because I'm looking at the logos and I'm saying, okay, those logos are interesting, right? What does that mean though? The logos, then, am I going to be a part of something that I can put on? And I think you got that in the shop area, being a
Hmm.
part of the morph team, stuff like that, that kind of goes, you know what? I want to be a part of community. People want to be a part of something. They want to have a purpose, So keyword rich this as much as possible. Go out and go to other um, sites like yours and then strip their keywords. Basically, you could just look at see what they're saying, see what they're talking about. Then go to a site like Uber Suggest or what's another site? There's some other keyword targeting sites and to see how much traffic they're getting or Google it. Top traffic getting image sites or something. You see my point? You find out how much traffic they're getting. Now you go to their site and you just look at what they're talking about, what they're doing. Okay, next thing is I was wanting to look at the gallery because that thought this was tremendous opportunity. But guess what I see? And this isn't a critique, sir. This is just information. I see awesome pictures that tell me nothing. So Ashley Ann, first one, middle girl, and they could just be stock pictures. But where do they lead? If I clicked on this picture, what happens?
Right.
You see what I mean? There could be a base story. It can be fictionalized, but you'd have to kind of indicate that this is a fiction story. Imagine this. Imagine that the character calls for, right? Now when they click on it, they get a story. And that story then is the thing that, because people will click on sections that remind them of themselves, right? Or a parent comes on and they see this, they'll say, oh, that looks like my daughter. They click on it and they get a story, right? So, and if it's an actual story, the people that you've been able to connect, we were able to connect Ashley Ann with modeling agency X, or on the next runway thing that's coming up once COVID-19, blah, blah, blah. You see what I mean? They got a story. Then at the bottom of that story, if you would like to be interested in, or if you would like to become a part of the Morph Images community, family, you see what I mean? And people are like, oh, shoot, I want to be a part of a community. Then now you have, an opportunity to get their email address if they haven't already done it at the other areas. So, this is an opportunity. Click here to find out more. That's something that you can put literally right on top of that picture. Even if you take the picture itself and put it on, and then the whole picture, when they click on it, goes to your other area. Make sense a little bit?
Yes.
So this now is all the opportunity. So you got the beautiful pictures. They look great, but I need these pictures to tell me something, And even at the very least, why am I on this page? Do you see yourself in these pictures? Something that kind of gets me going and helps me understand. So you give a little bit of an understanding of what each one does and what each one can be a contributing member of. And then, like I say, the subscribe button, hey, to find out more. That could be your second call to action. All right, and let's go to shop now. I think it was shop that I saw something interesting. Right, so become a part of the team. Hey, if you would like to promote, and people that we have worked with love to wear our products, kind of a thing, right? And then they have an opportunity to buy now. As you are going through our process, sometimes we give away a lot of gear, kind of a deal, right? So, but if you would like to buy now, then great. Otherwise, why should I buy this? I can go over to Teespring and make my own T-shirt. You know what I mean? You got to give them a reason. And that's some of the things that you're sitting there kind of going, all right, I built it. So what do I want it to say that would entice people to want to be a part of? That'll help drive them. So those were some of the things that I noticed right away. When I looked at how it was built, I used built with actually to find the tech that was used. And like I say, this is a very nice Wix site. Usually Wix sites, I got some Wix sites that I built myself that look terrible. You know what I mean? Because for a variety of reasons. But this is a very clean one. You've got some basic colors. You didn't give a lot of people, too much to worry about, right?
Right.
And it is functional. I went over to the Facebook page. That is another tremendous opportunity. So when I go to the Facebook page, this is what I notice. So you can go over to a site. Let me give you a site called, I think, You can go to a site called iWriter or I Need Articles or something like that, right? iWriter, and that's iWriter.com. And I Need Articles is another one. And just start having people write for you. We're talking pennies, bro. We're talking like 3, 4, 5, 6 cents an article, right? And then have them start writing for your Facebook page, just different stuff. Well, and what that'll do is that'll start driving people to the Facebook page. And on the Facebook page, you have your links and all that kind of stuff. And then that's where you're going to be running your ads from anyway. See my point?
Mm-hmm.
So then once they start doing that, then you can start having all these different things. I love this back to school messages, right? Sign up now. Um, see all okay, and then you get a little button in here where they can click and go over to the site. Hey, to find out how you can also become, you know what I mean, a part of the Morph Images family or the Morph family that then does what for you and have all that stuff in there, right? So all these cool little pictures in here is all that becomes an opportunity to have conversation with them. I see you got some good hashtags in here, but give them a opportunity to go back to the site and then get into that. And then, like I say, write articles. Articles are
Okay.
going to be provide you some good SEO magic that you're going to have found out from
Yeah, that's
these
one thing
other
I'm
sites.
need to. That's one thing I know I need to delegate on is the marketing.
Yeah,
Because
and
I can do sales, I can do the products and stuff like that, but the marketing, yeah, that's what.
be the closer. There's nothing wrong with
Mhm.
being the closer. But every now and then, depending on the affiliate split, right, is I'll go out there and I'll help some people out, right, and I'll say, hey, listen, I'm going to drive traffic to a site, and that then says how I get paid is when he closes, he's the closer, right? So when they call him using just a small calendar link, right, to get on the calendar, blah blah blah. So then he makes the call. Then he goes in, and once they talk to him, he closes them, or they do a Zoom thing and he closes them, right? If that's how your rev model is, then you could really be doing some tremendous stuff. But getting people to this site, you can boost stuff, you can run ads, get more people, but they got to know what this is. What is image? What is so you can have a video here, right? As soon as they come on to the Facebook page, you can have a video about what it is. At Morph
Mhm.
Images, what we do is we create the portfolio, the bulletproof, something extra, right? The bulletproof portfolio that gets you noticed. Oh, wow. Right. You're just using an adjective in front of the noun, right? That then gets people wanting. I want a bulletproof portfolio if you use that term. Or I want a not just a great, not just a tremendous, something that resonates with them. You know what I mean? And then that could be a small video on when they come into here, and then maybe a little bit of the process. We assemble a team of professional da 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 that then puts you in the best light possible. And if you wanted to become a superhero, link to your other opportunity. You could do that too. This is all that we do here at Morph Images, because I don't understand what Morph Images is.
Mm.
We everybody kind of knows what morph means. You know what I mean? Morph then needs to be explained. Morphing, we take you from ordinary to extraordinary, right? You know what I mean? Now, and see, I see what you were talking about. Morph Images was for the other business. It was we morph you
Yeah.
from regular person to superhero. But
Mhm.
because you've attached it to this business, you got to now say everybody loves change. Imagine taking you from regular old person and you can morph into anybody you ever wanted to be, right? Without using filters, or you know what I mean? And our team is so skilled at blah 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 that what we do is we put you in your best light. No makeup needed. We do it on the back end. Something like that, right? Now the name with what you do makes sense, and then they go, "I want to be morphed. Would you like to be morphed?" you know, Or would you like, you see what I mean? Would you like to be
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't use morphed. Would you like to be transformed? And people are going to go, heck yeah. Or your child transformed. Transform your image, and then they get it more. Yes, that's all what's possible. And I think that you might be leaving opportunity on the table when it doesn't have more. And then get into it. Get into the morph family, especially if this thing is revenued out for you a little bit. So you start saying, well, let's just have fun with it, right? What more can I do? Have somebody write articles for $23, man, for 1,500
Mm-hmm.
words. Drop them on here, 600 words. Have links in there, keyword rich stuff. And a couple of those sites I gave you will help you do this. And then when you get going even more, right, you start giving it, put giveaways in this thing, giveaways for engagement, run some ads to it, and then have a before and after. And then people that say, um, like the before or after, they gotta become a member, or they gotta become they gotta put a like in to do that. You see what I mean? But then they're going,
Mm-hmm.
what is this? What is this site? What is this? Facebook? No, this ain't Facebook. What is this? Face Match? No, this ain't Facebook. This is Morph Images for after our treatment, after what we do, our special sauce, our secret sauce, the thing that we do, right? To create that better you. So that when you put it in front of directors, what I mean? All that kind of stuff, right? So then
Mm-hmm.
now they're highly engaged. Once you get them highly engaged, bro, you can start running ads to them and start making other kind of money other than the work that you do money.
Right.
Right? Hey, we just came out with this ebook. It only costs, just pay for shipping and handling, right? Where it only costs you $2 to ship and you get the other $2. And this is the top 10 things directors and casting directors look for in actors. The top 5 looks. You see what I mean? How to cover up, and see what I mean? So how to cover up blemishes, or how to cover up, cleft chin looks or cleft lip looks or whatever it is, right? Because at Morph Images, we put you in your best light. You see what's happening here
Mm-hmm.
is you now are making it so that somebody's going, I gotta be a part of that, and I want that PDF, or I want that small ebook, right? Because I want my kid to, get me out of the slums here, or get me, get famous. You know what I mean? And you have all kinds of stuff. How to become an influencer. It's a combination of looks, because some of the influencers are some pretty good looking people.
Right.
Like, yep, Van Girl is kind of fine. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is, right? And you kind of go, maybe that's why. But that becomes a part of what you now can have others doing. And then you drop, all you do is look at the article, make sure it's, it's cool enough to put on there, and drop it on your site, right? Have it nice keyword rich, and then start running ads to the site, small ads, $30, $40, right? To get you people into your stuff. Just a couple suggestions, my brother. Hope that helped you.
Okay.